Oh god. Like, I don't even, oh god, there's so many bad ways at this point that this can go. I'm a little worried that I haven't received a news alert for an obituary today. My latest victim, that twin woman, had her photo timestamp set to 9:01 a.m. this morning. If my method worked, like it has the last few times, then she should be well and truly dead by now. She should have slit her own throat, or someone mysterious should have come along and slit it for her. It's not that I've managed to identify how Corpse Girl's power works. I'm no closer to figuring out why her victims die. All I know is that they do die. And yet, I can't find any matching obituaries for the day. I've tried searching manually too. I can't always rely on my automatic filters to get it right. I've scoured every source I can find and I've come up with nothing. It's possible that she hasn't killed herself yet. It's possible that she's planning to do it. Or maybe someone else is still plotting to kill her on Corpse Girl's behalf. It's also possible that this time my victim won't die. Depressingly, that puts me back at square one. My winning streak will be over before it really begins if the corpse photo has no effect. I make a mental note to discard the burner phone when I get home. I somehow forgot to get rid of it on my way to work, being so absorbed in my strict morning routine. But it's not too late. Barely 24 hours have passed since I sent out the photo. I'm not straying too far from my modus operandi.
Yo, you came. Man.
Yeah, you came, mad, bruh. That familiar halting voice snaps me out of my thoughts. Kojiro stands before me, wearing slightly cleaner clothes than the last time that we met. Very possible that he interpreted this meetup as a date and decided to wear his absolute best outfit. The smell of the morgue is only faint upon him, thanks to the desperate cover-up scent of strong cologne.
Hi.
Can I sit?
Please.
Kojiro pulls up a chair and sits across from me. He's relaxed and awkward all at once. His tall, lanky form doesn't really seem to fit in with the tiny, cozy cafe he selected as our meeting point.
Waiting long?
No, not really.
Great. Ordered yet?
No. What do you recommend?
House blend. Fantastic. They roast it here.
House blend. Fantastic.
Also, the chocolate gâteau is amazing.
The chocolate gâteau.
I'll order 2 slices.
Thank you, but I'm not hungry. Coffee.
What's up, Ricky-Len? Good morning to you. Hell yes. This is good. This is some good shit. We're eating good. We're eating good.
Roger that.
The waitress eventually comes around and Kojiro places our order in fluent French. I think the waitress is taken aback and she bows politely and humbly asks him to repeat himself in Japanese. He's like, omelette du fromage, mirepoix, ménage à trois, je ne sais quoi, or some other French word, you know? And she's just like, nani?
You wear glasses?
I subconsciously reach a hand to my face and check if I'm indeed wearing glasses. Of course I'm not.
No? Why would you say that?
Kojiro leans back casually and
Couldn't
shrugs.
remember. Maybe you had them on last time.
Last time? Is he referring to when we met at the library?
I've never worn glasses. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Just make a conversation. This place is great, right?
It's true that the cafe possesses a quiet, comfortable atmosphere. The smell of freshly roasted coffee lingers in the air, and the display of various cakes at the front counter doesn't make me ill. I can make out the fake sound of acoustic music in the background, with vocals as what I presume to be French. All in all, it's a nice place. Kojiro chose very well.
Is this place expensive? I just don't have much money, that's all.
Yeah, stop.
Don't worry. It's on me.
Kojiro!
How's work? The bank, right?
Did I ever tell him? I don't think so. Yo. This guy's sus as fuck. I never told him that.
I work at the head office for Temujin, not in an actual bank.
We told Kenji. Maybe he's somehow related to Kenji?
That's so. Huh.
Oh, okay. I guess that's true. I relaxed somewhat as his explanation. Of course he would have read my noise profile before meeting up with me. That's pretty normal. I don't keep much personal information on there, but it's true that my workplace is listed. Our conversation is put on hold as the waitress returns with 2 cups of coffee and a single slice of chocolate gâteau. The cake is delicate and moist, and my stomach growls in betrayal of my convictions. Kojiro thanks the waitress in French, bonjour. She once again bows in embarrassment and takes her leave. I feel like, or not bonjour, bonjour's hello, right? How the fuck, what's What's thanks? I don't. If you couldn't tell, I don't know French.
Goodbye.
He scoops up a section of the cake with his fork and holds it out to me. I wave a hand politely and shake my head.
Well.
He takes a bite and looks immensely satisfied with his choice of
Could
dessert.
eat if you wanted. You're skin and bone.
Ooh, don't ever say that.
Excuse me?
Just saying. Could stand to gain
Don't
some
ever
weight.
say that either. That's so... The nerve of him. Why? Who would say that to a young woman?
I'll have you know that I eat perfectly well.
Whoa. Sorry. Wasn't trying to be mean. You're gorgeous. Just saying. Some cake wouldn't hurt.
I'm gorgeous. I feel a little flushed and I look down at my phone to avoid Kojiro's warm gaze. No, that's sus.
Try the coffee.
I reach for the cup in front of me, more due to the pleasant aroma than Kojiro's suggestion. I take a sip. It's been served at the perfect drinking temperature and it's absolutely delightful, rich, delicate. I could drink this all day. I've probably been wasting my time drinking canned coffee. This is the real deal.
Thoughts?
For the first time since Kojiro arrived, I smile.
It's wonderful.
Right? I like your smile.
Oh, he's a I like your smile guy. No, Kojiro, you. Okay. This guy is really laying it on thick. I didn't come here to be swooned. Still, praise is kind of nice, even if he's just trying to play me with the oldest line in the book. I figure I should switch up the subject to encourage him to stop flirting.
So, how long have you worked in the morgue?
Wow. Good question. Okay. Let's see. 34 now. Started there at 22. Damn. 12 years. Never thought about it. Shit, I'm old.
Me every day. Shit, I'm old.
No, not at all. You're older than I expected, but really.
Yeah, I didn't
it's
think
no
he
big
was
deal.
34. I thought he was like around my age, you know, like 27, 28, something like that.
How old are you? Can I ask that?
I don't mind. I'm 20.
You relate, Pep? Yeah. 20.
Phew. Okay. Right.
Is that an issue?
No, of course not. You're mature for your age. Or I'm out of touch.
You're out of touch.
I can't help but giggle.
Wow. Okay.
He laughs it off, but I wonder if I did hit a
Would you
nerve.
date an older guy?
There it is, straight to the point. I'll answer a question
Good
like that.
question. I've got no issue with age, but I don't really know if you're my type. And if I can be honest, there is someone I have feelings for already.
That's so. Unrequited love, huh?
Something like that.
Props can't compete with that.
Probs can't compete
Well,
with it.
that's okay. I mean, you're stunning. Out of my league. Thrilled to be friends if nothing else.
Friend sounds nice.
Mad.
Mad! Mad, bro! Let's toast to the mad! How you doing, Pep? Hope you're doing well. That was a mad toast to you, Pep. Maybe I had him wrong. He might be a bit more mature than I gave him credit for. If he can take rejection without pressing the point, that speaks a lot about his character.
So, Corpse Girl. Interesting, right?
How does she do it,
How
Pep?
does she do it?
I'm doing good. I'm a little tired. I didn't sleep a lot last night, but yeah, I'm a little tired. But I'm really excited. I was really excited to play this again. So
The photos, the killings.
We're going
all
in.
without knowing the Vic's name.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
He's very unique.
Wonder what her death count is.
3, 4 if I'm lucky. I try not to say this out
Eiichi
loud.
Hanada. Car crash. Was it planned? Got the brake line.
Drugged.
Drugged.
You've been up since 1 a.m. Oh, it's sleepy time, Pep. Why are you up so late,
I
Pep?
have
What are you
no
doing?
idea. Sorry.
But you requested his death.
I did lead him to believe that. I'll have to continue to go along
And
with
for
it.
no personal reason?
That's right.
Brutal. Don't
Brutal.
request my death, okay?
We'll see.
His face lights up, almost as if he's impressed with the ambiguous answer. Excited, even. You have to do inventory counts that work for the month end. Oof. Dude, yeah, end of month stuff. Woo.
Maybe I should try the site. Request a death. Know anyone who deserves it?
Sorry, not off the top of my head.
Neither. Maybe you should request me. I'm dying to know how it goes down.
You know, maybe you shouldn't mess with this stuff. What if you really ended up dead?
I can protect myself. I mainly want a corpse photo. How does she do it? Oh, by the way, you read that book I gave you?
You mean Strange Flower?
Bingo.
Bingo.
I'm halfway through it.
Wow, fair effort. It's long. Thoughts?
It's interesting, I won't lie.
You're trying to stay up to normal sleeping time? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, whenever I have to whenever I was resetting my schedule, my sleep schedule or whatever, staying up was the hardest part. I'm not even gonna lie. I could be like, I gotta stay up till regular sleeping time. I can do it.
Belle Sinclair is a sicko, right?
Right. He's not all there.
Halfway through, huh? So, has he dined with the dead?
Yeah. Who was it? His school teacher.
I don't even know if I could do it anymore. I'm old.
He dug up her body 2 days after she died, and then dressed her in his mother's Sunday best.
Yeah, took the corpse out for Italian.
For Italiano.
I can imagine the waiter's reaction. Ah, classic.
Kojiro seems to really enjoy reminiscing about the book. The story is definitely interesting, but the way he's laughing at it makes me a little worried. Then again, the guy works in a morgue, so maybe the whole scenario is just comical to him.
That's it there.
It takes me a second to realize what he's pointing at. Sure enough, the book in question is sticking out of the top of my bag. You're 34. Oh, you're the same age as Kojiro, Pep, and you feel dead inside? Oh god, I turned 29 this year. My last year of 20s. That's crazy. Oh god, my shoulder. Actually, this has been a good year so far. I mean, 2020, 2021, and even 2019 were pretty not great years, honestly. But so far 2022 has been pretty darn good. And I hope I didn't jinx it or anything, but it's been pretty darn good. We got 2 34s, okay.
Pass it here. I want to show you a funny passage.
I nod and reach for the book. I pulled a massive tome from my handbag with a fair amount of effort. The book comes free, but it snags on the bag's zipper and causes...
Whoa!
Oh no. Oh no, is her phone gonna come out? A few personal belongings fall to the floor with a clatter. I notice my lipstick, lip gloss, notepad, and pen hit the cafe's tiled floor. Or maybe not. When another book has fallen underneath strange flower.
Photography? What's that?
I quickly reach for the book and try to snatch it from his grasp.
It's nothing.
She should say that she was just studying it or something.
Huh. English? A comprehensive history of photo manipulation.
He returns to his seat and flips through the pages as I finish packing my belongings away. I bow my head silently, waiting for his judgment.
You can read this?
Only a little.
Oh, this is tough. My English isn't good. Thought it was French at first. Huh. These images.
Kojiro suddenly snaps the book closed and looks at me.
I figured it out. Corpse Girl fakes the photos. The photos aren't from the future. Like that was ever possible. Photo is fake. Timestamp is fake.
He's correct, but will he go back to assuming that I'm Corpse Girl?
Why do you have this book? Are you editing photos?
I mean, I have an interest in it, but that's all.
This book is old. Doubt the techniques are useful anymore. Still, it's interesting. My theory. Thoughts?
About Corpse Girl faking the photos?
Bingo.
I don't know. Sure, it's possible. But can anyone fake a photo so realistically?
Realistically? Do you know her photos are realistic?
Thinking quickly, I snap back with an answer.
You sent me that copy of Eiichi Hanada's corpse photo. The one Corpse Girl apparently produced.
True.
It was good, right? Pretty convincing.
Very convincing. Is photo manipulation that...
There's some crazy shit that photo manipulation can do. And, you know, even now there's, like, deep fakes, right?
I suppose if someone skilled enough was doing it.
If it's not photo manipulation, then one more theory.
What is it?
Maybe the subject in the photo is a corpse.
I'm confused. Of course it's a corpse. What's your point?
Sorry, hear me out. It's a photo of a real corpse.
Dude, Kojiro's insane.
Not the victim. Corpse Girl acquires a real corpse, dresses it up, just like in Strange Flower. She makes it look like the Vic. It's convincing because it's real. No photo manipulation.
I see.
Immediately, my mind starts to kick into high gear. Kojiro has unknowingly presented me with an unprecedented idea. What if Corpse Girl does get real corpses? What if she dresses them up, wounds them, makes them look like a carbon copy of the victim? Then she holds a photography session to capture the magic. Oh shit, the realism will be amazing. It'll be way more convincing than manipulating a photo, even though I've become pretty good at that. It will be the next step up in realism. It's sure to convince victims to kill themselves. Corpse Girl's victims can be relied upon to kill themselves, then I don't have to continually question the cause of death. I wouldn't need to wonder about whether some mysterious third party is wandering around, slaying people on Corpse Girl's behalf. All of the deaths would be caused by suicide. It would be predictable. Conquering victims would simply be a matter of forging a convincing enough corpse replica. But the legwork involved in acquiring corpses would be... That's it. The answer's sitting right in front of me, with a smudge of chocolate cake on his chin and an empty coffee cup resting in his hands.
Say, hypothetically, would it be easy for Corpse Girl to even have access to dead bodies? Legal ramifications aside, could she possibly have a source of cadavers to
The
desiccate?
dialogue just screams best girl of the season. She does, it does, Pep, it does. My brain is broken because it does.
Yeah, it's not impossible. Take someone like me. I have the morgue. I'm there alone, mostly. Someone like Corpse Girl makes me an offer. I'd give away spare corpses, no problem. Of course, I could get busted. It's not about losing my job. I'm not going to prison. The price would have to be right, but that's just me. Employees in other morgues, well, can't speak for them.
Interesting. So you would willingly work with Corpse Girl if the price was right?
Oh, shit. Yeah, she really is.
Yeah, I've said it before.
Big fan, big fan.
Big fan.
I'm also big fan.
I support her work. It's fascinating. If she really is using cadavers to make photos, then, well, I'm offended she didn't come to me for help.
This is amazing. I never imagined this meeting could be so lucrative. If I want to get my hands on all the corpses I'll ever need, I can just ask him here and now. I find myself breathing heavily, and I notice that my cheeks are warm and my head feels slightly airy. It all comes down to whether or not I really want to step up my game. The way things are, well, the twin woman, my latest victim, doesn't seem to have given up the ghost. Maybe I'm being impatient, or maybe my work just isn't as convincing and powerful as I want it to be. Then there are the cases of the previous victims. Kane Tsurumaki killed herself, there's no doubt about it. But Eiichi Hanada? It's highly possible his car wreck truly was accidental. May not have had a hand in that after all. Ruri Hatano, my first ever conquest. The cause of her death still eludes me. There's no way she could have killed herself in the position her body was discovered in. She's the whole reason that I started suspecting someone else's involvement in the first place, after all. What up, Lord CU? How you doing today? So there's one definite suicide, one potential murder, and one death that was an accident, a traffic collision that happened to coincide with the date I wanted the victim to die. Statistically, there's no way to know how Corpse Girl's power actually works. It's almost like deaths are just caused at random. When you pile in the countless failures I've encountered over the past year, well, my success ratio isn't very impressive. If I could truly compel victims to simply kill themselves, then it would take the guesswork out of the whole thing, that's for sure. With Kojiro's help, I could acquire cadavers and make them look like my victims. The work would be completely different to photo manipulation. I'm doing good. A little tired, but other than that, I'm doing good. I'm excited for the Sony State of Play tomorrow. Hopefully some good games are shown. I'm excited for that. There will be gore involved, no doubt about it. It'll take a steady hand, some makeup artistry, and access to clothing, props. And there's lighting to consider, and backdrops. It's one thing to take an image from the database of the deceased, have a corpse splattered on the pavement, ready to go. It's an entirely different thing to have to drag a body out of a morgue and plant it in position, then take photos of it. There will be a lot to consider here. It's not a decision I can make lightly. And on top of that, I doubt I have the courage right now to ask Kojiro straight up for his help. But if I do go for it, I'm absolutely positive it will lend a massive amount of credibility to Corpse Girl's mission. The extraordinary realism will pave the road ahead of me with blood.
Yo, finished your coffee?
Oh,
I quickly take a sip and drain the cup.
that was delicious. Thank you for treating me.
Very welcome. Shall we head off?
Yes, let's.
Any plans for the night?
Yes, sorry I can't hang out longer.
No problem. I had fun.
Kojiro stands up and conjures his wallet. He leaves a few bills on the table and steps towards me. I stand up too and playing my best hand. I quickly lean forward and plant a soft kiss on his cheek. The maneuver is surprisingly difficult. She's, oh my god. Okay, sorry. Thanks to his height, and I don't think I pulled it off as gracefully as I had planned.
Thank you for the date. Will I see you again?
I give him my best alluring look as I pat my eyelids gently.
Yeah, of course.
He slowly rubs his cheek with tender fingers, amazed that I just kissed him.
Bye-bye now.
I spin and make a beeline for the exit. That was the most attractive thing I've ever seen. I'm sorry. I hope my trembling legs don't betray me as I step out onto the pavement outside. It's not in my nature to try and seduce somebody for my benefit, so much so that my attempt at it has left me feeling rather queasy. Don't know if I pulled it off, but now that I've left the cafe, I can't look back to see what effect I've had on Kojiro, if any. Across the road and a shiver runs down my spine. I hope I'm prepared for what I'm getting myself into. This is the mall that Emmy worked at. Emmy's the girl that we played in the prologue, and she dies. And I think this is also where, this is where Noriko's older sister, she worked with Emmy. The weekend is here, and despite my desire to stay inside my apartment with doors locked and windows closed, I find myself at the mall shopping for a new phone charger. Good old splitters, wow. My current charger gave up on me at midnight, and now my phone is running dangerously low on life power. I tried plugging into different outlets, I tried plugging into my laptop, but nothing I did gave my device even the slightest amount of charge. I thought for sure I had a spare charger lying around. I turned my apartment inside out trying to find it. Couldn't even find the right type in my drawer of burner phones. So either the charger has died, which is the best case scenario, or my phone has become faulty. Half the latter is not the case, because I really can't afford to purchase a new one. Getting it repaired is out of the question. I refuse to hand it over to somebody for a day or two and go without it. So I'm hedging my bets on the issue being with the charger. I can buy a new one. All my problems should be solved. This is what I tell myself as I scurry through the crowded mall, dodging left and right to avoid careless people trying to bump into me. I know there's an electronics store around here somewhere. Even a discount store will probably have a budget charger that will still fit my device. I just want to find what I'm looking for and get out of this place. As I blindly navigate the area, I think back to last night when I first noticed my phone was no longer charging. I've been browsing through the obituary newsfeed, searching desperately for any sign of my latest victim's demise. No clues came up. There were countless new obituaries. Of course, this is a big country and people die every day, but very few matched the description of my victim. The obituaries that did match the photo included, but none of them looked remotely like the twin woman. It was dead end after dead end. I might have to just accept the fact that this latest request will go unfulfilled. Accepting it makes me angry. Very, very angry. I find myself stomping through the mall more often than simply walking. A few people glance at me, but I don't pay any heed. I wanted that woman to die. I wanted her twin sister to rejoice or despair at the fact that befell her own flesh and blood. I wanted her to feel the fear of seeing her own corpse in a photo. I wanted her to feel the cold and clammy hands of death tugging at her skirt, whispering to her, inviting her to spiral down and down and down and down and down. Spiral down and just die. To give up, to die, to spiral down, to die. To spiral out of control. I wanted her to die. I wanted her to die. Spiral down, down, down.
Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die?
My head is foggy, my senses blurred, my face hot, my hands cold. I repeat the mantra through gritted teeth.
Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die?
I fall to my knees and scream at the top of my lungs. Oh shit!
Ah! Why didn't you die? Why didn't you fucking die?
What the hell?
Damn, she's having a full meltdown.
Can we get a security guard down here, please? Die!
Is she going to kill somebody?
Mom, I'm scared. I'll kill her. I'll find her.
I taste blood in my mouth. My tongue is numb. My teeth chatter. I'll find that twin bitch. I'll kill her myself. I'll kill her myself. I'll kill her myself.
I'll kill her.
All right, that's enough.
A strong hand pulls on my shoulder and my face hits the ground hard. My arms are restrained behind my back, and all I can see in my blurry vision is the checkered tiled floor of the mall.
You're coming with me.
My limp form is tugged backward and my head lolls to the side. I shut my eyes and let the blackness envelop me. What's up, Britmark? You came in on the best part, dude. How you doing, bro? A stinging cold ice pack bites against my cheek and rudely awakens me from my stupor. I don't know where I am. I don't remember why I'm here. But the sudden chill spreading across my face is nice, almost soothing. I realize that somebody, a tall man, is holding the ice pack to my cheek, and he motions for me to take hold of it myself. I reach a sluggish hand to grab the ice pack and continue to press it into my skin. The man walks around the chair I'm seated in and stands behind a simple wooden desk to face
You
me.
can imagine my surprise when I recognized you.
You know, I was a tough. Oh, nice, taking it easy. Hell yeah. Oh, it's Kenji. This is our bud. This is our downstairs neighbor.
Huh?
Opening my mouth in an attempt to talk causes a dull ache in my jaw.
I apologize for treating you so roughly. The only reason I haven't called for the police is because I want to give you the opportunity to calm down and explain yourself.
Yeah, I think he kind of went a little far. I mean, well, she was screaming that she was gonna kill somebody. He could have, well, he could have been a little, yeah, he could have been gentler. I don't know, I have no idea what I would have done in that situation. I never want to be in a situation like that. This guy, I know him. From where? Oh, of course. It took me some time because I'm not used to seeing the security uniform. This is Kenji Ogawa, the same guy who lives in my apartment building, the nice guy who greets me in the stairwell. The father of sweet little Momo.
Mr. Ogawa?
Ah, so you are completely out of it.
Yeah, her kinda... yeah, she kinda went full... Yeah.
Where am I?
This is the mall security office. You caused quite a scene, Noriko.
A scene?
You don't remember. Well, give it some time. I'm sure it'll come back to you.
I try to think hard about the circumstances that led me here. I remember something about visiting the mall to buy a phone charger, but I don't think I ever found the store I was looking for. Some kind of anger, or fear, or something. Something familiar, some familiar primal emotion got the better of me.
Listen, Noriko, I've always thought you were a sweet girl. And Momo looks up to you, you know. Please, tell me that you're just not feeling well. Please tell me the things you were screaming aren't true.
This dude's... You don't like his face, Panda? Rip Kenji. Things I was screaming? An image of a smiling woman flashes in my mind. A twin woman with beautiful features and lovely hair. Victim, the one who didn't die. That's right. I remember now. I lost my cool. I became so overwhelmed with frustration that she didn't die. I must have broken down and unleashed my anger here, right in the mall. Stupid, stupid, stupid! This is all because I went outside. I went somewhere I don't normally go. I usually find about going to the office. It's familiar. Convenience store is fine too. In fact, my whole meticulously planned morning routine rarely bothers me. But the shopping mall? What was I thinking? I haven't been keeping up with my medication. If I was on top of it, going somewhere out of my comfort zone is always a risk. Yeah, like a deranged half smile. Kenji just trying his best to seem pleasant. Panda's like, he was deranged. His photo, he's deranged and unsettling. I need to start regulating my intake. Taking a pill or two every other day, or when I feel like it, isn't going to help me. Skipping days at a time and just popping a few in my mouth when I need to leave the house isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to follow the guidelines. I need to keep a strict schedule of when I take it. Damn it, Noriko. I'm supposed to be calm at all times. Stoic, unflinching Noriko. What the fuck am I doing?
Noriko, you still look a bit flustered. Do you want to lie down for a bit before talking to me?
No,
Okay. Well, do you want to explain what happened?
no.
I never took
No.
you for a troublemaker. Please, Noriko. I'm begging you. Don't make me call the police. You were screaming about killing somebody. You were manic. You can't just act like that in public. You scared 100 people just trying to make their way through the mall. You scared me.
Knock at the door causes Kenji to flinch.
Ogawa, may I enter?
Yes. Please come in, Mr. Fujikawa.
The metal door separating the security room from the real world opens with a screech. A broad, intimidating man enters a small room and displaces all the air inside. I feel like I'm going to
sir.
suffocate.
Yes, sir. She's calm now.
Indeed.
The man who seems to be some sort of detective looks me up and down with a sour
Yes.
expression.
Your name?
I don't answer
I
him.
see.
Sir, if I may, this is Noriko Kurosawa. She's an acquaintance.
Is that so? An acquaintance? Well, that speaks volumes about your personal life, Ogawa.
Sir.
Leave us be.
What the? Dude, this
I
guy's
wish
a
to talk
dick.
to her.
Yo, fuck you.
Yes, Mr. Fujikawa.
Mr. Fujikawa. Kenji bows, his grim smile cracking under fear as he exits the room. The detective, or whatever he is, towers over me. He pulls out a badge from inside his jacket and flashes it
My
at me.
name is Fujikawa. I'm a detective, an investigator for the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. You must understand that we take death threats very seriously in the police force.
Huh? Excuse me, but Kenji said he didn't call the police.
Kenji? Ah, Ogawa. Well, never mind what he said. I was here already in regards to another case. I happened to witness your little outburst. Ogawa was kind enough to allow me a moment to interview you personally.
Right. So, what do you want to talk
I wonder.
about?
Okay, I want to see what
Listen,
happens.
if I were in your shoes, I'd drop the sardonic act. I have reasonable grounds to arrest you here and now.
His voice drips with pure venom. This guy isn't joking around. I squirm a little in my seat and remove the cold ice pack from my face.
Now, Miss Kurosawa, would you please explain to me who you are threatening to kill?
A wave of dread washes over me as the reality of my current situation starts to sink in. If I don't fly straight and narrow here, I might be in for a world of
I
trouble.
apologize for my actions. I wasn't feeling like myself earlier. I regrettably skipped my medication recently.
Ha. The medication excuse. I'll play along. Were you hallucinating then?
No, sir. Not exactly.
I need to come up with something, and quickly, or I'm not getting out of here anytime soon.
See, I recently had an altercation with a coworker about a guy we both like.
The detective rolls his eyes at
Go
me.
on.
I guess I was a little upset about our fight, and really, we're actually quite good friends, so I think a combination of that and missing my medication caused me to get a little too upset and say some things I don't really mean.
And how do I know you're not dangerous? Are you carrying any weapons, Miss Kurosawa?
Weapons? No, of course not.
I see. Well, you're going to have to permit me to search your belongings. You understand that I can't allow you to leave until I have established that you're not a threat, right?
The detective lurches forward and roughly grabs my handbag.
Hey!
He tears it open and rummages around inside. I'm somewhat relieved that I'm traveling lightly today. I even left the 2 books I'm reading at home. He finds nothing of interest in the bag, save for one thing, my phone. Taps the screen, toggles the power button, and smacks the phone against his open
Is
palm.
this broken?
I realize that the last drop of battery power must have finally drained. Probably lucky for that fact. If he found certain things on my phone, I might be in trouble. It's not like I keep corpse photos on there. That's what my collection of burner phones is for. There are certain things that would be incriminating if they fell into his hands. My noise chat log with Kojiro, for starters. And there are those images of Aoi and Tomoe, and that famous singer that had her phone hacked and her private photos uploaded to the net. Aoi doesn't know I have her photos. Aoi knows I have her photos. She's okay with it. Tomoe doesn't know about hers. That would be hard to explain. The singer, on the other hand, was part of a big scandal a few months ago. Probably half of Japan has seen her photos. Still, I'd rather keep my personal matters completely private. I don't want this asshole looking into my affairs. But it...
Battery is dead, sir.
Where is your charger then?
I don't have one with me.
He grunts and throws the phone to me, and I barely manage to catch it with my brittle, skeletal, clumsy
Wait
fingers.
here. I need to make a call.
He leaves the room unceremoniously, and I hear the scraping and shriek of a steel deadbolt locking the formidable door behind me. I breathe out and try to calm my nerves. I look down at the phone in my hand and see a mirror image counterpart peering at me in the black reflection. I don't look as good as I normally do. My makeup is smudged, which is strangely becoming more and more common for me. I think I've gained some weight. My gaunt face seems fuller, somehow, and my prominent cheekbones are softer. It's the girl staring back at me. She's not wholly familiar. Is this Noriko Kurosawa? Is this Corpse Girl? I look like some aberration, some sickening concoction of myself and some person I don't fully recognize. I don't understand how I could have gained weight. I've been eating less. Maybe the canned coffee I consume religiously contains more calories than I realize. I need to cut down immediately. Sour taste rolls on my tongue and I swallow it reluctantly. I feel ill at the sight of myself. The steel door swings open and Fujikawa stomps in like an angry toddler.
Well, the precinct claims you don't have a prior record, Miss Kurosawa. That's good news for you, I'm sure. But it's a fucking pain in the ass for me.
I flinch at his apparent anger and recoil slightly in
You're
my
free
chair.
to go. However, I'll remember you. Another incident like this, and I'll have you in for a psychological assessment faster than you can blink.
I can do nothing but nod as a wave of relief washes over me.
Get your things and get out of here. Oh, for the love of God, go eat something. You look like a starving child.
Wow, dick! Fujikawa spins on his heel with force and once again leaves me sitting alone. I take a minute to collect my thoughts before picking up my belongings and shoving them into my handbag. As I leave the security office, I spot Kenji standing outside the door. He bows his head meekly.
Take care, Noriko.
Yeah.
He doesn't lift his head as I walk away. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her. Weak of flesh, weak of will. Weak. Noriko can't control her emotions. Noriko can't face the world outside without the help of a peppy pink pill. Noriko. She keeps calling herself that. I keep calling myself that. But I'm more than that, more than her. I'm Corpse Girl. I'm bigger than the frail body before me. Why does my looks matter in the grand scheme of things? What does my ego matter? I want to be beautiful, thin, gorgeous. Kojiro called me gorgeous. It made me feel good. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. Corpse Girl matters. She will succeed and the world will continue to spin. I need to gain weight or lose weight. I need to look like Aoi, with her small frame and cute features. That bust that's too hard to look away from. I need to look like Tomoe, with her fuller figure, her obscene fashion sense, and those oddly beautiful eyes that she doesn't deserve. I need to look like Yuriko, her bad haircut, terrible piercings, and trashy clothes. I need to look like Mother. It's just like me, with Yuriko combined, but with vacant eyes that used to be sparkling and clear. Will just glaze over whenever you try to talk to her. I need to look like Noriko, with her dark hair and her intense gaze and her healthy, acceptable frame. I don't need to look like this skeleton, this living corpse. I don't need to look like this physical embodiment of hunger, and longing, and lust, and fear, and stress, and anxiety, and uncertainty, and ambition, and exhaustion. I curse at the mirror and spit at my own reflection.
You.
I clench my fists until my nails dig and tear and pierce my flesh, letting blood trickle between my knuckles and dip down to the carpet.
I don't want to be you! I'm better than you! I'm better than you! I'm better than you!
I am you. I am Corpse Girl. It's what I've always wanted. It's that sense of belonging that I always sought. It's that feeling of home that I reclaimed after home was lost. After Mother moved and Yuriko got put on ice, and after I found this apartment that felt so strange at first. This is who I am.
I love your hair, your eyes. I love you. Don't ever leave me. Don't leave.
I raise 2 fingers to my mouth and kiss them gently and press them against the
I
mirror.
love you. Don't ever change.
Jesus. Yeah, she was in that picture. Yeah, especially in that picture. To my absolute delight, I woke up this morning feeling really refreshed. I was worried that my temporary incarceration at the mall would continue to stress me out today. Thankfully, my fears were unfounded. I spent the early morning cleaning my room. I had to use some elbow grease to get the few specks of blood out of the carpet, and to clean a bit of lipstick off my mirror. I even took my medication with a tall glass of water, and I didn't skip the pills I don't like this time. It'll be some time before I feel stable, maybe even a few weeks. But the fact that I'm already taking steps forward has done wonders for my mood. Today's a day to stay inside and work on me. I can't have another incident like yesterday. I can't break down in public and put myself at risk. I can't break down at home again and feed on my insecurities and anxieties. I need to be strong for Corpse Girl, for me. With my room now clean, I decide to spend a little time tidying the rest of my apartment. As I work, I make myself a new mental checklist of commitments. Noriko's promise list, if you will. Commitment number 1. I'm not gonna lose my shit if a victim doesn't meet their demise. Just because that twin woman didn't kill herself doesn't mean I'm a failure. I had 3 successes before her, and I'll have more successes again. I just need to try harder, work harder, refine my methods, and keep moving forward. And I'm not a dead end yet. I have a trick up my sleeve, after all. Kojiro's connection to the morgue may very well be the ace I need to win. Commitment number 2. I'm going to improve myself. I won't say that I'll fix myself. I'm not broken. Not yet. I'm going to improve. I'll keep up with my medication. I'll keep up with my social life. It means keeping in touch with the few friends I have. Aoi, Shinya, and even Tomoe. I'm going to eat a little more. Not much more, because I want to stay slim, but enough to give me more energy, more motivation. I don't want to be weak anymore. Commitment number 3, the last one. I'm gonna get over Aoi. I love her. I loved her since high school. In those days, she always stood by me. My insecurities and anxieties never pushed her away. She knew what I was going through, what I still go through, and she could relate to me. She has her own compulsions and anxiety to deal with, so I can't lean on her like I used to. Instead, it's my turn to help her out. I will move on from obsessing over her. She isn't ready for a relationship. She explained all of the reasons why when she rejected me so long ago. Clinging to the hope that one day we'll be together isn't good for my current state. To be moving on, moving forward, I need to let go. She is, and always will be, my dearest friend. I'll always love her, but I'll let her remain as simply my friend, and I'll find someone else to call a lover. This last commitment really makes me feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Instead of obsessing over Aoi, spending countless nights laying in bed looking at her photos, thinking about her at odd hours of the day, instead of all that, I'll be able to move on. Even if it takes some time, I'll find someone who wants to be with me. There are plenty of fish in the sea, as they say. I can't say there's anyone in particular I have my eye on just yet. My social circle is pretty limited after all. Ginny is a guy I'm simply not interested in. There's no spark there, and there never will be. Tomoe, as irritating as I find her, is oddly alluring to me. I don't like her clothes or makeup, or the whole aesthetic she has built for herself, but some part of me would kill to spend a passionate night with her. And there's Kojiro, that weird, awkward, strange alien creature that I just can't wrap my head around. He said I'm gorgeous. He really said that. But he's too weird. I feel like he's the kind of guy that would stalk you and stab you if you ever broke up with him. Yeah. She's not... Yeah. She does. She needs to move on, yeah. For now, I can't think of anyone I would seriously pursue. I'll give it some time. I have all the time in the world. I find myself smiling as I finish tidying up the apartment. Having a nice, clean place to live really does lift the spirits. Unfortunately, I still haven't managed to get rid of the lingering scent of mold that always wafts around. It's a musty odor that seems to be ingrained in the very walls of the apartment building, or at least as long as I've lived here. Oops. I know it's not coming from my apartment, because it's pretty easy to smell from downstairs too. As far as I can tell, my place is completely mold-free. I might not be the best at cleaning, but if nothing else, I keep disgusting mold out of my home. So the occasional odor aside, my place is clean and cozy now. I lay down on the couch and stretch my body, letting my taut muscles stiffen and then relax. The day is still early, and I feel good that all my chores are already complete. The icing on the cake is the fact that Corpse Girl has 2 new requests sitting patiently in her inbox. I logged in earlier and saw them, but decided to sort out my cleaning first. I can reward myself by spending the rest of the day working on the new requests. I can hardly contain my excitement at the prospect. 2 requests to work on is better than I could hope for, and I'm sure at least one of these new victims will fall. My positive attitude will go a long way to ensuring my success this time. Unable to restrain myself once more, I snatch up my laptop from its charging point next to the couch. I flip open the lid and gaze at the photos that I downloaded earlier. My 2 new victims, fresh blood. The first is an older male, maybe in his 50s, typical businessman type. He might as well be a clone of every other nondescript man you see on the subway, or the supermarket, on TV. If I had to guess, I'd take a leap and say his miserable wife wants him out of the picture. Maybe she's unhappy with their finances, or she's having an affair. She's just tired of his clone face and his clone personality, right? Not Mr. Clean. Not Mr. Clean, anybody but Mr. Clean. Regardless, someone wants this unremarkable man removed from the face of this unremarkable world. The second victim is much, much more interesting. 2 things strike me as noteworthy about this photo. Firstly, the cleavage, of course. Noriko is also a woman of culture, I like it. Secondly, the image is a photograph of a photograph. No! Somebody has snapped a picture of an actual physical photo and uploaded it to the site. The photograph is in good condition, as though its owner values it above all else. The signature is scribbled across it in white ink. It's an autographed photo of someone who's perhaps moderately famous. I don't recognize the woman in question. The signature is such a mess that I can't even make out a single kanji in her name. Regardless, I would be willing to bet that a disgruntled fan is requesting her death. If she's an idol or a singer or an actor, it wouldn't be unheard of for something like this to happen. A fanboy gets to meet her a few times, they shake hands at events, whatever. He asks her out and she politely declines. And then the obsession begins. If the fanboy can't have her, no one can. Kill her, kill her. Well, that's the theory I slowly piece together as I examine some of the finer details of the photo. The reasons behind the request don't matter. They never matter. I'll kill them all the same. I'm going to work on the woman's photo first. I'll timestamp her photo with tomorrow's date and send it to her this afternoon. That should give her about 24 hours to give up on life and light herself on fire. Maybe I'll do the same with the businessman. I'll give him a timestamp set 24 hours from when I send the photo. It'd be kind of fun to schedule 2 deaths to occur around the same time. It will make tomorrow a very exciting day. With my goal set, I load up the database of the deceased and get to work. June 8th, Monday evening. I'm rather proud of myself today. Yeah, Noriko's, she's a little disturbed, Panda. Little disturbed. During my morning routine, I make sure to take my medication, the correct doses, and I even wash it down with water. It didn't even interfere with my strict schedule. I still managed to catch the usual train. I got to the convenience store at the usual time, and I arrived at the office without a hitch. If I can keep up this dedication, this commitment to improving myself, I know I can be stronger than ever, strong enough to fulfill Corpse Girl's ambitions. I greeted both Shinya and Tomoe when I came into the office, and even made small talk for a few minutes. Since the day has nearly ended now, I'm gonna make an effort to chat with them again before heading home. Being social will help me get through this. That's what Aoi used to tell me anyway, at least before she stopped being social herself. It's about 5:45, and although both of my latest victims should have killed themselves by now, I don't feel the need to obsessively check for I don't feel the need to obsessively check for their obituaries. What up, El Tío? Is this a horror game? This is indeed a horror game. How are you doing? Hope you've been well. Hope you've been doing great. I have a news alert set to my phone, of course. If it uncovers anything, I'll be notified. But even if it doesn't, I won't stress out. I'm playing it cool. Cool, stoic, unflinching Noriko. The drone in the office always reaches its nadir. Nadir? I have no idea what that is at this time in the evening. It's actually quite pleasant being able to sit in a quiet environment and feel the soft breeze of the air conditioner against my skin. I like to take this time to slowly pack away my things and get ready for the journey home. As I take off my headphones and stretch my arms, Moe approaches me with a spring in her step.
What up, slut?
What up, slut? Oh my god. About a week ago, I would have taken Tomoe's greeting as an insult. Now that I know her a little better, I can tell she's actually just being affectionate. Despite any differences we might have had once, she really seems to have warmed up to me lately.
Hello. How did your day go?
You know, same old. What about you?
What about ya?
It went well.
Good to hear. You know, Shinya and I are supposed to go out tonight, but
What's wrong?
hasn't he seemed, like, kinda off today? He can barely look me in the eye.
Really? I spoke to him this morning. He seemed okay.
You don't reckon he's seen another woman, do ya?
Another woman?
Some fragment of a memory, some glimpse of a murky recollection flutters around the corners of my mind, just out of reach. Shinya and another woman. Something is on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite formulate my
Shinya
thoughts.
isn't the type to cheat, though, so I don't know.
Cheating. No, Shinya wouldn't do that. He's so nervous when he spoke to me about being pressured into sex. Oh! That's it. The memory that was flitting around the edges of my consciousness has come into light. Shinya spoke to me, hypothetically, about being pressured into sex. He said Tomoe wasn't the one pressuring him, so what is he talking about? Is this really something I should talk to Tomoe about? If Shinya really is having a hard time and acting differently around Tomoe, then their relationship could really be in trouble. But is it even my place to say anything? Shinya spoke to me in confidence. He's my friend. But Tomoe is my friend too, and she seems genuinely worried about him. Take a deep breath. This is just office drama like usual. Noriko would normally just reject it all and ignore these people. She wouldn't give it a second thought. That's unhealthy, anxious, scared, weak Noriko. I don't want to be that girl anymore. I can be more than that. I'm improving day by day. Part of that improvement involves being more social. It's good for me, right? Shinya and Tomoe are my friends. People want their friends to be happy. That's normal. That's normal. That's normal, right? I think so. Therefore, I want them to be happy, together. I swallow hard and speak my mind.
Tomoe, I think that Shinya may be involved with another woman.
What? Are you serious?
Listen though, it's not exactly how it sounds. He came to me a little while ago and asked what to do if someone pressured him into sex. I know that you're not the one he was referring to, so I think he may be in trouble. I think someone else might be forcing him to
Okay,
do
there we
something
go.
he doesn't want to do.
What the fuck? He spoke to you about it, but not me?
Tomoe, he seemed really depressed about it. I think he wanted to resolve the situation without having to worry you.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but who the hell is trying to seduce him?
I'm afraid I have no clue about that. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks for telling me this anyway. Now at least I know something's up with him. I'm gonna speak to him. I'll make him cough up what's what.
Are you sure that's the best thing to do?
Yeah, cause I'll let him know that I'll take care of everything. If some bitch is putting the moves on my Shinya, I'll smack him into the ground.
Of course. I don't
It's
know
gonna be
why I
something
ever
really bad.
doubted
I'm really nervous for this part. Tomoe grins. Despite her obvious frustration, gives me a thumbs up.
Thanks, gang. I'll keep you updated.
you. Okay. Good luck.
She spins on her heels and leaves me behind. I think I did the right thing. Surely Tomoe will get to the bottom of the situation. I watch as she wanders over to Shinya's desk. They exchange a few words that I can't hear from my position. Tomoe then leaves, and Shinya sluggishly lowers his head to rest against his desk. Now that Tomoe has left the office, only a handful of stragglers remain on this floor, myself and Shinya included. I find myself watching Shinya for more than a few minutes. He doesn't seem to notice my gaze is locked on him. Oh god. A few more of my coworkers take their leave and an eerie quiet descends over the empty office floor. I remain in my chair, staring intently at Shinya's distraught face. We're the only ones still here. He doesn't show any signs of moving. Kind of unnerving to see him like this. It's not like he's the peppiest or most energetic person I've ever met, but to see him so drained and motionless makes me feel uncomfortable. I owe it to him my newest convictions to go and talk to Shinya. More than that, I owe it to him. I find myself striding toward his desk before my mind even registers that I'm moving.
Hey.
I'm slightly startled when he immediately looks up at me. The sudden movement is reminiscent of a corpse springing to life in a B-grade zombie film.
Oh, Noriko.
Not feeling well?
Not really. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be here if I'm unwell. I didn't mean to worry you.
Don't sweat it.
I'll, take my leave then.
If he leaves now, I won't feel like I've done anything to help him. As awkward as it feels to pry into his personal affairs, I need to dig deeper if I'm going to try and help him feel better. But what do I even say? Save!
Tell me what's wrong.
I didn't expect my blunt words to get through to him. Oh, thank God. I didn't expect anything, really. I'm not used to confronting people about the shit they're facing in their personal lives. I'm usually content to simply sit on the sidelines and
No
watch.
need to worry. I'll be okay.
I fucked up. He tries to smile, but his composure cracks under the weight of his blatant lie. I quickly try to piece together what I know about his current situation. Based on the slivers of information I've been drip-fed, I'm certain that someone has been sexually assaulting him. At the very least, someone has been trying to force him into doing things he doesn't want to do. I don't know who that person could be. It could be someone from the office. It could be someone from his private life. I'm confident that it's not Tomoe. Shinya isn't the kind of person to ever stand up for himself. He's probably not the type of person to speak up when he's feeling down. His recent composure reveals volumes about how he's truly feeling. Whatever the situation is, it's painfully obvious that Shinya is a victim. Whatever is happening in his life is not his fault, and he's too proud or stoic or embarrassed to seek help, even from his own girlfriend. If I don't put one foot forward and cut to the chase, chances are Shinya will never build up the courage to ask for help before it's too late.
Someone is sexually assaulting you, right?
He doesn't say anything. He doesn't even flinch, which I have to give him credit for. This is a guy that couldn't keep from blushing the last time the word sex was mentioned around him. His calm response and even calmer demeanor divulges his inner turmoil.
I see.
I don't know what to say next. I see. Probably wasn't the best starting point, but I'm truly at a loss for words. He confessed so readily. I expected more resistance.
Can you tell me who it is?
I can't tell anyone. Not you. Not Tomoe. I can't even tell my father, and he's a detective. A powerful authority figure. There's nothing I can do. I'm trapped.
Do you think it's the boss? Trapped. It's a feeling I'm all too familiar with. It's a feeling shared by countless victims. Not that Shinya and I have ever gone through the same trauma. A part of me can't help but wonder if that feelings of helplessness is what flashes through the mind of my own victims. Actually, I don't have to wonder. I know it to be true. The realization makes me feel simultaneously queasy and satisfied.
What will happen if you tell someone?
I don't know. If the truth comes out, I could lose my job. I could lose Tomoe.
His job? Then it's somebody we work with. Somebody in this very office has been taking advantage of Shinya.
Somebody here then.
I speak my thoughts aloud and he looks directly
No.
at me.
You're worried you'll lose your job if you come forward. It's obvious. Sorry. I'm not trying to sound rude. If this person found out you came forward...
It is her.
you'd lose
It's,
your job.
what's her name? Ito.
Then it's someone in power. A manager. An exec. And that's why you can't tell me.
That's right.
I nod. I can see the predicament.
So, you don't have to say another word to me.
Huh?
It wouldn't be your fault if I stumbled upon someone assaulting you. It wouldn't be your fault if I was around to witness it.
Noriko.
A gleam of resolution sparkles from deep within Shinya's cloudy eyes. It's almost as if he's come up with a brilliant scheme. A scheme that I not so subtly planted within his mind. Shinya takes a deep breath before collecting his
I'm
bag.
taking the elevator up to the executive offices. Please don't follow me.
With that, he gently pushes past me and makes a beeline for the elevator. Oh shit. As the door closes behind him, the familiar thrum of the elevator pans out around me. I stand still and close my eyes. And to 100 in my head, giving Shinya a generous head start. The sun dips behind the office towers in the distance. While my eyes are closed... wait, I read that really weird. The sun dips behind the office towers in the distance while my eyes are closed. When I finally finish counting, I open my eyes to a dark, empty office. With a deep breath, I walk in the traces of Shinya's footsteps towards the elevator. I'm so nervous. I've never been to this level of the building before. What reason would I have to visit the executive offices? When execs have business with junior staff, they descend from this lofty perch and grace us with their presence on the 14th floor.
I'm surprised you came to see me again.
It was Ito. I fucking knew it, dude. A woman's voice from nearby catches my attention. It's a hushed yet aggressive tone, like the whisper of a venomous...
Are you finally going to let me have my way?
I creep out of the elevator, hoping against hope that the ding of the elevator's arrival wasn't noticed by the owner of the unidentified note.
Stop it.
That was Shinya's voice. I creep around the corner and catch a glimpse of two bodies at a nearby desk.
Come on now.
I fucking knew it.
I'm tired of playing games with you. You want to please me, don't you? I'm your superior after all. How can you expect to get ahead in this company without sucking up to your superiors?
Well, told me... Oh, Ida, not Ito. Okay, I tried. The executive with Shinya's career in her hands. Oh, that makes a lot more sense why she was so strict with his thing, too. Okay. The very same woman who blamed Shinya for the mishap with the hiring of Aoi. So the whole situation was more in-depth than I originally thought. It was never about Aoi. It was about holding power over Shinya.
Miss Ida, please, I just came here to...
Okay, but no cap, sexual assault is never, funny or anything.
Oh, shh. I don't want to hear. Take your shirt off.
I swallow hard. I knew that Shinya was in trouble, but I didn't expect things to escalate this quickly. I don't have time to think rationally. I stride forward rather loudly and purposely bump into a desk, sending a potted plant tumbling to the carpet floor with a dull thwump. Tomi's neck pivots at full speed and she turns to face me. Her eyes narrow into hateful slits as she withdraws from Shinya. Within seconds, Kotomi has abandoned Shinya and drawn close to me.
Kurosawa, what in hell's name do you think you're doing? This level is for executives only. I should have you thrown out of here by security.
Fujikawa isn't an executive either, Miss Ida. And he looks quite at home here.
Shinya stands in the background, shyly tidying his shirt. Tomi's eyes somehow narrow even further, to the point where I'm certain she can't possibly see anything.
Fujikawa's business here is none of your concern, Kurosawa. Leave. Now, or I'll have you forcefully removed.
I fold my arms over my chest and dig my heels into the ground. I'm not one for confrontation. I'm not one to hold my ground against a powerful adversary. And yet this vivid image of Tomoe has bloomed in my mind. Tomoe, so strong-willed and head over heels in love with Shinya. Tomoe, who would do anything to protect the guy she adores. In Tomoe's absence, it falls to me to protect Shinya.
Fuck off, you filthy skank.
I can't believe the foul words that tumble out of my mouth. Apparently, Kotomi can't believe it either, because her eyes finally widen and her jaw drops. She looks like a stupid fucking idiot. Somehow, Tomoe's indomitable spirit seems to have inhabited my body. My words echo her own. That, or I've just managed to find a temporary burst of courage.
What did you say to me?
You heard me loud and clear. Back off from Shinya. If I catch word that you're harassing him, I'll have you in a legal headlock quicker than you can blink.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Trust me, I know enough to bury a dirty slut like you.
Oh shit! Kotomi grits her teeth and a vein protrudes from her forehead. Without another word, she simply pushes past me. Her shoulders slam into mine, but by some minor miracle I manage to hold my ground. I hear her footsteps fade away as she leaves the floor. I exhale sharply and a wave of dizziness suddenly washes over me.
Noriko, that was amazing.
I nod and sway a little, then take another deep breath and rebalance myself.
Happy to be of assistance.
I can tell that Shinya doesn't know what to do next. It looks like he wants to hug me, but given the gravity of the recent situation, we both silently decide that that's not the best idea. Instead, he settles for patting my shoulder with his hand.
Thank you, Noriko. Thank you so much. I don't know where you get your courage. Perhaps I could stand to learn a thing or two from you.
Don't sweat it.
I'm going to go home for now. I hope that's okay.
Of course. Go get some rest.
Shinya smiles for the first time in a while, and he releases his hand from my shoulder. After he's gone, I collapse into a nearby chair and listen to the frenzied sound of blood pounding through my veins. Oh, dude, that made me so nervous. Steam and suds fill my vision as a pleasant torrent of hot water sprays across my body. The tiles on the shower wall are polished to a pearly sheen, so much so that I can see my own hulking and beautifully ugly reflection in them. The shadow in the reflection has dark matted hair in her eyes. I don't know if she can see me like I can see her. I wipe my hair from my eyes and stare into space, trying to shake the abstract thoughts from my mind. It isn't until my phone springs to life from the bathroom countertop that my thoughts return to the present. I startle at the noise. Oh yeah, Noriko, like, doing all that. Sheesh! I was the only person who regularly calls me, so it could be her ringing. Or it could be a spam caller trying to sell me something I really don't need, but I might just cave in and buy it anyway because it's a nice feeling that someone thought to call me. I open the shower door and tiptoe out. My wet and dripping body causes pools of water to form on the bathroom floor. That's dangerous. A deft hand snatches up my phone and I clutch it to my chest as I retreat back into the shower. The water never stopped running and it greets me with a welcome warmth as I bask in it once more. My phone is a fairly new model, so it's conveniently waterproof. I take advantage of this feature on occasion. It's nice to be able to submerge myself in the water and browse the web to truly escape my own thoughts. Heavy droplets smack against the phone and dribble down, but my eyes ignore them as they scan the screen. The incoming call is a voice chat request from noise user Koji. Kojiro is calling me. I answer the call.
Noriko?
Hey.
Hi. Good time?
Sure.
Mad.
Wanted to tell you something.
Mad. What's up, Awful John? How you doing today? Hope you're doing fantastic, amazing, great, swell, any and all of the above.
I saw a post on... This call has static.
Sorry, it's just the shower running.
Oh, in the shower?
Nice. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah?
Huh. Okay.
He's like Gachi bass in his mind.
Well, sorry. Awkward now.
Really, it's fine. What did you want to tell me?
I'm a little tired, but I'm really excited to play this game, so... We're playing this game. I'm having such a good time.
Saw a new post on Noise Chan today. Posted this afternoon.
Noise Chan? Noise Chan? The message board noise... Oh, channel. Okay, that makes more sense. Is often affectionately referred to as Noise Chan by certain frequent users. I'm not really surprised that Kojiro is the type to call it that.
What was the post about?
Well, someone wrote this. I quote, "Hey, so today I got a strange gore photo from a number I don't have in my contacts." Continuing, "Not sure what the deal is. It was gross though. Wondering if any hackers can trace the number or something." End quote. Thoughts?
Ew. A strange gore photo from a number I don't have in my contacts.
Sounds like Corpse Girl has struck again.
Right? Thought the same thing.
I wonder who wrote the post. Kojiro mentioned the post was written today, and the original poster wrote that they received a photo today. That means it can only be one of two people, either of my latest victims. The carbon copy businessman, or the attractive semi-famous singer-idol-actor whatever woman.
So, who wrote this post anyway?
Don't know.
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Of course, it was a stupid question. No one attached their name to such a strange post. I mean...
Was hoping you could tell me.
How would I know?
Well, you're Corpse Girl, right?
It's so, This again? Kojiro just doesn't let it slide. Why does he suspect me now? What did I do this time?
It's okay. We can discuss later. Oh yeah, the original post has a reply.
It does?
I'll read it too. Quote, "You got this too? Was the gore photo a picture of yourself? I'm worried. Received a similar pic from the same number. Continuing, thinking about contacting the police. Not sure if I'm overreacting."
Like, she was really obvious with him.
End quote.
So the first post received a reply. Interesting. Very interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Both posters talked about receiving a photo. That can only mean that one of them is the boring businessman, and one of them is a semi-famous woman. However, the fact that they've taken the discussion online instead of just slitting their own throats is rather troubling. Were the photos not convincing enough to make them kill themselves, or not enticing enough to summon another entity to stuff out their souls? Was this attempt just a repeat of the failure I had with the twin woman?
Anyway, enjoy your shower. Let's talk tomorrow. Corpse Girl.
Before I can interject, Kojiro ends the call. Shit. He's once again assuming my true identity. He's assuming correctly, but that's beside the point. Well, maybe it doesn't matter too much. Maybe this will actually save me some time and effort. He already knows I'm Corpse Girl. It should be easy to strike a deal with him in exchange for access to a fresh supply of cadavers. That is, if I decide to walk the path and take this game to the next level. Thinking it through, I may very well have to go ahead and do that. My last 3 victims have not ended their lives as I planned. My success rate is very, very low. That's a depressing fact. And one that old Noriko would probably have thrown a tantrum over, but not me. Not new and improved Noriko. I turn off the running water and step out of the shower. A shiver scuttles down my spine like a spider on the cold, damp air clings to my naked form. Throwing my phone onto the bathroom counter, I reach for a towel and wrap it around my corpulent, emaciated body. I've never heard of corpulent. The thick flab on my skeletal arms jiggles as I dry myself off. When I'm satisfied that my fleshy and cadaverous body is completely dry, I grab a second towel and wrap it around my hair. A cursory glance in the mirror as I leave the bathroom reveals my gaunt face and prominent cheekbones. I get the feeling that even though I've been gaining weight, I'm thinning out more and more. Although my body isn't perfect, I'm still in love with my eyes. I wouldn't change a thing about them. While my frame simultaneously grows plumper and slimmer, I hope my eyes will always stay the same. I flick off the bathroom light as I exit. Entering my bedroom, I sit down on the bed with a towel around my body and another one around my hair. My laptop is lying open on the sheets, so I pull it towards me. A few clever keywords in a search engine quickly leads me to the post on Noise Channel that Kojiro just informed me about. Sure enough, he was telling the truth. The original poster submitted this just today, and the follow-up reply was submitted shortly after. I skimmed through the text to see if there are any clues about either poster's identity. However, nothing really stands out. I retain my assumptions that my 2 latest victims created these posts. I spend a little time applying various moisturizing creams to my skin before getting dressed in my bedwear. I'm feeling pretty relaxed by the time I finish. Perhaps I'll spend the rest of the evening reading a book in bed. Or I could try and plan out my next move with Kojiro. Should I come forward, claim my identity, and request access to his morgue? It's a big step. This seems to be the time for me to make a bold move. I can't keep working on requests that are doomed to fail. I need to start succeeding. For me, for Corpse Girl. I pull my laptop to me once more and begin to brainstorm my plans. It's getting crazy.